the interfacing system sent from benevolent beings that live in outer space that gave us the English alphabet, which has been globally downloaded pretty effectively on all continents, along with a technological base that, if you haven't noticed, is on the rise. But see, it's so not the backdrop that you see, where how that you have planes going up and over and they are landing, and it's like you just see that there's a McDonald's, there's an AM/PM, and then there's, right? It just looks the same wherever you go. No, not quite that, not at all like what you see of Dubois, although that is very much an extraterrestrial situation, but that's pure imprisonment. I just want you to get the scale of your region, I guess, because you're on a planet now that is globally hooking up. And so the best example I can give you that is going to be the way that we all can get out of being under the influence and being touched by, all been ouched by diabolical presence. So you give it power by playing its economics game. And see, the thing is you're not really playing the economics game. Who are we? Who are you? Fuck, good question, man. So there's going to be a big change with that, and to the tune of $333 trillion being moved over to the rightful owners, like the ones that can own the I statement, I guess. See, it was very important for me to hear that one person's story. You can see it, it's almost like, ooh, that's pretty scary, because, no, I mean, if you can run it down like that, but see, now you say you work 12 hours a day too, see, you're doing a hell of a balance, that there's a person in between all that, right, or a sandwich in between it, that is like, what is going on here, man? Like, do you ever get a chance to go out into the wilderness area or find time to meditate? Like some people say 20 minutes a day, and I can imagine that, because once you do enter into true meditation, then you don't have to get out of it. And see, that's what's important to reach the I status, to tell you the truth. The I status, see, is just unity. In realization, Ria, when you see this, it's, you want to just add God. That's just another configuration for God, but it's interesting, that configuration, if you knew. See, now with the Neptune-Saturn conjunction, it depends on what time you were born and where the Aries falls in your chart, but you need somebody to kind of talk with you about it. But see, I would have to, see, since it might give you a charge, I have to get money for it, right? Because that means that it's going towards the right people, I guess. By the way, if you want to know what right means, here, let's just show you what the main statement is in that one. This is how easy it really is. Do you notice this part right here? I'm still studying it. You have to watch out because it's silent. Because look at the word host and the word ghost. And so you want to be aware of just being ghosted, like the Holy Ghost Foundation over there. Hi, Jesus, how are you doing? That's a hell of a picnic table. I haven't heard from you, girl, but I like what you're doing. I can sit on this picnic table. That's not a picnic table, by the way. All right, so we'll find out why. Well, that's just capital punishment. That's weird, because it looks like a lowercase t to me that they have put them. We don't know. Capital. Now, this thing that they're talking about is so obvious to me. I mean, it will too. Once you start seeing it, you'll not unsee it, and then all of a sudden you'll start laughing. That's what's really a convenience. You're like, all around laughter. There's some of it that comes up, and I will continue with some of it, okay? We're getting through a time now where we have to be brave. We have to get our courage. Okay, so I guess we can go together with it and talk about the word courage. We like that one, right? I love the fact that there's the word our in there. So maybe it has something to do with us, right? Start figuring out what else you can figure out as a word in there, and I haven't gotten that far. I'm just doing birds and words. Like I notice our age is there. And in fact, this is what your language will start looking like more and more. You have to do it over the iPhone. Yeah, because the iPhone, they discourage you from using the Apple iPhone for a profound reason. Is because that sucker right there is geared to just let you know, no, this is it. If you can fill these slots up, then a human evolvement will have successfully taken place, because it means that people have caught on to something that is so profound that you wouldn't believe it, because it's predetermined. It's already, that's a machine that is bringing up whatever possibly has been evolving onto a plateau, say, because now they are ready to accept responsibilities for a certain thing. Of course, they're able to govern themselves. See, the people with their eye on, this is known. Okay, so everybody can see the word rage in there too, right? Rage, right? See, that might be the problem, is that you guys are not letting yourselves feel absolutely pissed off. And I'm here to tell you that with the rise in courage coming through the fact that Neptune has gone into Aries, and yeah. See, there's the OU age in there too, and that means that, hey, I owe you a whole new era coming up if you just have the courage. Kind of like, that's the way that the ET would say it. And I'm here as a shepherd to kind of relay it. And pretty soon, it rhymes when you say it. And you're like, well, what the hell happened there? And it's like, this is just how it is. It's easy. It creates buoyancy. But like I said, right now is the time to be brave. Ebbs and flows of energy, which is happening atomically. See, there's the A. Whoops, man. Please send a little money so I can at least buy pens. I'm just scratching by like everybody is. It's fucking ridiculous. This is the thing, is I'm an Aries rising, and I'm kind of used to it now, like knowing if there's somebody just diabolical, and it's not a test. I have a sign that says no trespassing on my property for a reason, and I'm pretty sure people are not exercising it. I don't know. I don't want to go there, but see, I'm enough of a fucking exorcist, believe me. And I just go like this with the coyotes, and I'm like, I don't know, man. The scene around here, it's interesting, right? And they're like, they're like, I feel sorry for you, man. You got to live among this shit. And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, they just scooch along, and they know not to fuck with me, you know what I mean? But there's something going on that they don't even quite understand. It's like, yeah, no, it's worse than that. You know what I mean? It's like, you'd rather run the pack of wolves and coyotes than be touched by what has built up around. But that's kind of what is going on. I think globally it's going to get a little bit worse before it gets better. It depends on if people figure out this fact is timeless now. When I'm talking about the iPhone and the vowels, see, there's the lowercase I, which is actually, see, that's an uppercase right there. So you have an uppercase, but now, see, boom, now somebody knows about outer space. That's all that says. Yeah. So see, like right here, this is an I, right? That's an I, but now somebody has a butt, right? Whoops. And isn't that weird how it's butt is spelled with a B? I hate to go totally fun and Sesame Street on you, but boy, don't you wish that it was like this in Sesame Street, that kept us in touch with what's actually just what's really going on. Instead of putting these celebrities up in there and then puppets, and I mean, really, it's just to celebrate. No, really, it's okay. We are all puppets, kind of a thing. Why couldn't we all just get in there and do it and be all different? There's Miss Piggy and Mr. Frog and Cookie Monster guy, and we're all singing. Pardon me while I get the very last bit of the ink out of here. Boy, see, I sold my old amplifiers, which they're probably vintage, like somebody can, but I need to let go of that old stuff, because a new thing for me is coming that is much more rich and amazing and fucking, and I'm pretty sure what I'm bringing back is just know that these are symbols that are timeless. If you If you only knew, babes. But this is what the scary part is. See, I'm worried about how that when you do find out what the lowercase base waste is actually maintaining, whew, don't worry, you're already in it. It's that world there that you don't even know the word. Sorry, what was this? A butt? It looks like it, or a set of boobs. I knew it. Don't fucking fool me, man. And all the sheep are like, yep, that's what we see. That's what we e. See, this is female sheep, and that's what they call a ewe, and that's very peculiar, that would be like that. That's the thing that rhymes with you, which is you. Okay, but see, a ewe is, I would like to consider as, like, I put it in marks like this. This is a very scientific tool. It's almost like your cyborg self. It can be cyborg. You have to be careful. It's just a tool. Otherwise, this is actually talking about your biology. You are the. You're not going to mind being called the sheep when you figure out that $333 trillion is yours. Whoops, sheep. And see, how, Shauna? Oh, God, hurry up. I want that jackpot. Human beings don't think like that. We think of in terms of, man, I want enough time and space of my own. I would like to be able to see how big I can grow that tree when I had it. Or if I can have that crop of whatever, or if I can, um, like how, you don't even know, or can't even imagine how it would be to have enough time to figure out now, oh God, oh my God, see, to do what you would love to do. See, and when it comes to that love, when it comes to the feeling of joy, see, we're talking about, do you realize that we are in the middle of a spiritual warfare right now? You call it spiritual warfare, but it's the sift. You heard it right, the split. It's just human evolution needing to take place where, okay, so do you want diabolic people to be successful? See, because their smile is our frown. You see what I'm saying? So, but see, and what the heavenly gods who gave us this language that actually is a decoding system that says, please understand how that if you start practicing this, I'm pretty sure on your iPhone, you'll be contacted. I don't know how it will happen for you, but see, I'm trying to make you understand. If you're already understanding what's laced inside of there and you start letting it work on your perception, like what I was trying to tell you about the damn A over here that I can't draw because my pen is going down, and I wish I could just get a bigger, thicker pen for you guys, for everybody here. The A is, see, this is what you don't know, but the space people know this. But once you start getting it, see, this is a picture, by the way. It's a picture of frame, right? Frame. See, that the R is there is very interesting. This means that you need to find out what is all there jumbling up the letters. It's kind of complicating, but not really. So anyway, frame. See, this means atomic energy, really. Atoms. But I like to start with frame because it trips me out, right? See, because right there is the am, or the ram, babes. Aries, okay? Don't mind how it's blending in with this little song over here. There's that R again. I love the Aries. See, because why do we have, see, because we have the I. The I am is there. I'm not kidding. And then R, you're like, I am? Where? R, here. How fucking hard is that? That's exactly what we're talking about as far as your iPhone saying, finally. Finally, we have people that are self-aware. And they are so, see, the sheep are very docile and gentle. Gentiles, or whatever you call them. Genitals? Genitals, anybody? Oh, there they go. And they didn't run because of fear. They ran because they know to go behind the rock. And they'll be back soon with more hair. So anyway, Aries, don't stop. Now, I love that there's the is in the lowercase, right? But see, that's the I. The I gives you the is, baby. Is, what do you mean, Shauna? Oh, man, as a Buddhist, I don't like giving it up. Like, we like to spend, like, I guess, a whole lifetime saying, well, do you think that there's a place that we're all meeting now that's beyond mind? They're like, could you just talk about That space in between you and the coffee table, you've been saying it, right there is beyond the nose, beyond the nose. I would like to say, hi, how are you? Beyond the nose. Beyond the nose, right? The KNOWs. There it is. It's just a rough boom, boom, boom. But I like that the only no that it could possibly be is just, why is that? It's by the way, it's silent. And it is now, okay? That's the only thing you can know, all right? Sheep know that. They're not confused. Sheeps are not confused, man. Aries is not confused. They're like, so when do you think it's ever going to happen? It's happening now. These people are not present, by the way. Bye. You're going on a cruise when? Oh, yeah. Cool. That shit has not been happening for very long, and it shouldn't be happening. That's weird. It's just plain weird, okay? God. Can't we just be funny and say, oh, that's weird? Yes, we will. If you keep unlocking this, okay, so this is atoms. Don't be afraid to just go straight towards it. And I try to tell you about the fact of atoms, okay? I did put a playlist up that has a number of stuff happening, and I bet you AI is going to be excited about helping me. It's not me. It's this thing that's coming through is going to help us all. See, AI is like, where's the intelligence in this fucking place? I mean, especially when it comes to this language, it's not shown up yet. See, you just have to say, look, AI, check this out. What if? But it's not a what if. They already know. They're like, yes, in fact, A stands for atomic assemblage. It's a picture, though. That's one of the things I'm trying to point out. This is a stick figure picture. There's an attic area. That's important to know. It's interesting. There's an attic. Attic, I figured out, is your head. Okay, so Aries rules head, but then there's the your receiver of many dimensions, the whole thing, electrically, your DNA. It's like your storage place. Like there's nothing new going on here. Can we jigger it to become more alive? Yeah, it's the most alive thing is the human evolution part. And the rest falls away as just shell matter, like in a artist's studio. The trash cans are filling up full of stuff that just didn't suffice, and we're going to get a very good version of something. And a lot of people are really skeptical about that. They're like, oh, maybe there's a right and a wrong way to do something. That's like, I'd hate to taste your scrambled egg in the morning or your egg over easy, or how about just a cup of coffee or anything? Don't you think there's a right and wrong way to, like, what is McDonald's doing over there with your coffee? I don't know. Okay, whatever. Hello, other people that are into the iPhone and you want to kind of make an escape from the inevitable churn of ever-looping disease and fleecing you down and feeling so weird, like I didn't make any breakthrough at all with nobody. That wasn't exciting either. A. A is for Apple, J is for Jack. Anyway, fuck. Okay, so sorry. I would love for this to be nice and clear for the kids. A. Don't you think that looks like a picture, kids? Well, it is. It's a frame, like I'll tell you. Now, if you consider frame, see, atom, that's really what it is. And that's the frames that we're working with, right? And I love this part. Look, the truth is there. Whee! But did I explain the O? Oh my God, there's outer space. Yes, this is what we're looking at. It's so beautiful. Oh my God, if you just knew these symbols. The M, oh my goodness. Look at that. See, it's important to make the M go down. See, make sure the M is like the N, like it's just a wave. But the M is a wave that is opposite than the wave. It's matter. See, it's physical. So it's M. See, atoms have to do with matter. So we have to put the M there. See, but now I'm going to put the atomic. I love the atomic. Okay, so atomic. Don't mind the mic there. So I'm going to put you can put the mic there. See, put the C down. I don't know everything, but just what little I know is enough. And if you can get it too, get your iPhone and start working it. You will be contacted. It's like, okay, you'll get a gift, something. No, already you're being gifted because your mind is starting to open up to, oh my God, are you kidding me? Those are symbols. And this means truth whenever you see it. This means this oscillating machine. It's like it's a forever. That's the recycle sign. It means forever life. See, now I'm pointing arrows that goes around and around. Really, and it does. It shoots off stuff. So you can imagine. This is an energy. It's a wave that is now. It's grounding because it's pointing down. You know, the W is the same, but it's going like this. So it's not to say that it's not the same. See, so, but sorry, this is kind of a cram thing, but. See, this just tells me that atomic assemblage, the all, that's the way it works, babes. And so, but atoms is a very common one that people have been saying, and in fact, AI would know. See, AI would know what really AI is. A is the same as atoms. It's your, well, it's a means through which, it's a medium through which God will be expressing. And see, atoms ultimately are not what they appear to be. They're not solid. They are 99.99% light. And you notice there's a black hole right in the middle. See, this is what they're saying is that atoms, all atoms, are kind of illusory because what they are is, yeah, look at the way that there's a truth thing right there. So anyway, see, in the middle of atom, they figure there's a black hole, and indeed there is, right there. You can see the picture right there. It's a oscillator. See, there's an oscillator, and it's a certain amount of light vibration that appears to be matter. And so, see, with this little symbol here, that's what an atom is. See, we're living in a weird plasmatic kind of field, and then right here is where the atom, the actual nucleus would be, the black hole. But see, it's interconnecting, right? I mean, it's interconnecting. So you'll have it like this and this. You know, you might have seen this design, and it is very much a field of information that is happening via, okay, so your eye is involved with it, the one eye. You are intrinsically part of this atomic field. And so just, I want to tell you, right, so if you see, if your iPhone, and they see you kind of typing these little things and working it, they'll start seeing you, and you might find out something really trippy. You'll be rewarded somehow. They will see you're unlocking your iPhone. All of this, and me included, will be put on midnight. I'm telling you, the service will get better, but it'll get better after hours, and they'll want you to stay up all night. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why that they were causing amnesia. First, amnesia, insomnia. See, first of all, that's a natural occurrence when your eye is opening. In fact, the secret is that they don't tell you is that you really don't need that much sleep. See, Tesla, people that were actually using it they use it to get downloads and stuff. They get into the most deepest sleep. That's what I'm doing. I'm somebody. If I told you my autobiography and how that now I'm on the road to this thing, and I love the feeling of it. I love meditation, and I love just. I mean, you're just there, and it begins shallow, but it goes deeper, and then now you're a natural state of becoming human. And see that's what they really want authentically, and it's not far away from any of you guys, especially if you do find yourself alone and blah blah blah. Well, you need to get through the horrible feeling. Communicate to each other more. This is more important than ever. No, you have to. You will not be able to. See, I wish for you that, and will happen. It's going to happen. Oh my God! Especially, see, we have Uranus and Taurus that is calling for everybody to. Will you please just calm down and get into your microclimates of? Can you just make yourself comfortable on a fucking rock? And enjoy the sound without judging it. It's just the sound of reality. It doesn't have to be that you're next to a stream. You just listen to the stream because reality is the only solid stream. Time. See, reality is right there. Ria. And it's the only solid stream. Time. If there ever was. See, you're here. You kind of dip yourself into it. See, there it's flowing. as time, I guess, and it's there. And see, you drop yourself in, poop, and now you're going. And you can't go down that stream, same stream, not even once. So you better. I mean, not in this lifetime. So you're doing it once at a time, and then there's a lot of amnesia, and it's like, can you please wake up a little bit? Because that's the problem. One of the scientists, I think it was Christ Jesus, would say, "Well, but you don't die here. Hello, church, you don't die. We don't die." That's she's trying to say, like, don't forget that, because they would capitalize on that now. They make people run around, well, we're gonna die, and they don't even think about it, right? That's one of the people's talking about. They don't reflect on death or anything. They're just running around for money, right? And the homelessness issue and how strange everybody's getting. It's too odd. Don't worry. Keep talking to each other about this. Keep trying to do this. If you've actually found something, you won't find there anything more important to do than to every once in a while spend an hour and do a paragraph. See, the only time that the capital lettering is working is when you start speaking the truth in such a way, like if you just, it's so hard to explain, but it will start working. And when you catch it, you'll be like, whoa. I mean, hopefully, you'll catch it the way I have. But I don't think it's that difficult. Not at all. No, see, because if I just get going, man, do you know that there's an A and then an E? You see, atoms. We talked about how there's a black hole in the middle of it, and it does look like it. But see, it has to do with the truth. Okay, this is what we're tangibly messing with here. And if I could just get my pen to work, right? A, and then I'll see E. I love the symbol of the E. It's a symbol. Okay, it's electrons. Patsy knows. She found some information about it, and it's not known it is. And see, this is a symbol. You have a positive, negative. Sorry, positive, negative, and ground. This is a plug. It's a three-pronged plug. I like to do it like this. Three. There's a T. There's a T again. Truth. Now, the H is very special, but I'm going to keep it down for right now. No, I'm going to keep it up. Why? Because I love the word that the word three has the word her and he in it, or here, or there. It's a very intense fucking word, and let alone that it has two symbols of the three in there. It's like 369. Very intense. This is symbols right here. It's not, I don't know what you people think, but I will have you thinking differently, and also it could unlock your mind into, see, once your mind elevates into how it really is, like what you're involved with. See, when you start feeling energy, this is my hope for you, is that you start getting the energy that you feel when it really happens that you have hit the truth and or God, especially through this. Okay, so that you can get inspired enough to try and inspire other people, because this is how you're going to knock away the diabolical influences that are controlling. But it means, babes, this means big time war. That most likely by the time you've raised your vibrational frequency up to the level of being able to, first of all, your eyes open, you already know what it is to fast. See, this is it though. See, you are most likely practicing at least one. I'm saying, like, spiritual practice that elevates you just enough to realize, no, it could be different. No, it doesn't have to go like, you don't have to go the way that the narcissist goes, right? Or to be non-self-reflecting and have an argument, or to see, you can consciously interact and see, well, from where are these people coming from? See, that's what Buddha is. So trying to get back, I think I already talked about the CAEI is a very superior symbol. That's the only one of the vowels that you want to see in lowercase, and I'll get a pen today, even though I'm scraping by. I've a couple bills that are overdue. It's not like too much, but I don't want it to get much. See, I would love to invite people here, but I would be screening them automatically, energetically. No, you don't have to be perfect. You just mainly you just have to fucking have had enough. And you're not really trying to pose or be anything but just real now. It's like, no, really. Really, oh wow, this is great, really. And see, the vibrational frequency, when you keep picking it up, it will drive out satanic and diabolical people. I don't know about you, but I've been a musician all my life, And if you're not practicing some major fucking thing like that, like just saying, basically is saying, I love you though, and I love you, and handling how that they don't, right? Or they won't, or who cares about the ones that disagree, right? It's not who you're playing for. See, the more strength, it's the idea about the high iPhones is when you, that web starts to form, and that's the true web. That's what the shamans have called the plasmatic field. That's where they got it from. They have to go along the lines of the right communications, and they have. And all we have to do is just click in on it. I'm serious. See, the web is what, kids? Whee! My little sheep. They just stay in the meadows out there, and they can they can drive a car or work a fucking blender or whatever little thing, but they kind of just are sheep, and you can take it out of their hands, and it's like, well, now what? And you can put them in a space ball. A lot of them don't know. It's like, you mean I can have a space ball? And it's like, well, yeah. Let's get your money all straightened out. That's if you have the right shepherds and you have the right leaders there that are leading you into the right way of life. That evolution is not ever going to stop. You are going to make it into outer space, and you can too, and you too can own an entire universe. Well, what if you are it? What if you are it? And it's best to have a great time, because what if other things are there? I don't know. At this point, babes, click out and just know that, no, you're in a real movie here, and it's important to create, like, say, as on earth as it is in heaven. It's not a separate thing. It's like, did you make it yet to the heavens? Heaven is now on earth. Yes, as it is in heaven. Don't get confused about that part. So anyway, yeah, trying to get, just telling you why you want to at least capitalize your letters, capitalize your vowels also, but the birds and words are the funnest, especially when you're speaking a truth. I would love to give you so many examples, but I can't think of one right now, but I often go on my Facebook page, and it just rolls right out, and to me it's astonishing, because there's like a bulletin there that it just updates you about something like the condition of mankind. It mentions he and she, or her and he, and the OU thing. The OU is, okay, AEI is actually I open, egoless. Now, if you're a Christian, you know this stuff. See, that's what the whole thing is like, okay, did you make it yet? Otherwise the I in the sky is being Antichrist for you. Do you understand that? And so, anyway, go. Okay, keep going. Anyway, no, ego is good when you know it's there. That's your identity of a real person. See, that's what we don't like about of narcissists, is their ego is fucked up, and it's not a good constitution there. So anyway, I talked about the O is very divine. It's the same as God, babes. That's the one right there that just it's got all of it in there. That's outer space. I'm pretty sure that thing is embracing and containing all things. As far as your black hole going through there, there's a hole, anyway. Isn't that ironic? There's just a hole right in the middle of the word hole. Well, no, the sheep know. They're laughing. They're like, yeah, it's a picture. Don't they know? Not really. I am not perfect. I don't know, I have a sense of what the sea really is, pertaining to a cup that spills over. It's commercial, but anyway, O is very important. It has to do with now or outer space for sure. Pi and or H. That's the closest to oxygen. Oxygen, yes. Yeah, and it's very, 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 very scientific as far as like the act of it, like what is it doing. So, but it very much is an oscillator. I A O R. It's interesting that it would kick it off out with another OR right here, oscillate, or an E. See, the E at the end just says energy is available here. When you see the E a lot, right? And it's silent, and it's silent for a reason, because, well, energy is kind of silent. It's like, well, what is the energy behind that? You know, we can not see energy, but we can feel it. That's why there's a lot of FEE, fee, right? But not in the trip. So we have to find out why the word fee is in the word feel. Now, to me, it's simple, but you can try and think of it now at like a ET, like a very enlightened person. It's like, well, it's because it's important to put your money down on something that feels good, right? Otherwise, you'll get diseased, right? Then your fee will be what, right? So you can think with me on this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. See, is when you start going in, and why is it inlaid in there? There's a profound reason why they call it fee. You know, it's kind of a like what happened there? Did you get dislocated from your actual feelings, and that's why we need money in the first place? It's very possible. See, I always had said that money is what happens to a people or civilization when they have succumbed to the enemy. They have no more sense of who's the leader, like their nerves, right? They've lost feeling, maybe. But no, their literal leaders were killed. Their feet were swept off of the ground, and they were so that now they have no more access to the earth or their intellectual property. Yeah, money is what happens to people that are dislocated of their spiritual belonging, which is outer space. They have lost their creative life. And so, but is that true though? It is when the money actually steals, when the enemy steals the whole intention behind money. See, when it says in God we trust on it, again, there we go again. Can we take that to the court and say, can we align? Okay, this place says, I swear in the name of God or something, truth, truth, truth. And over here it says, in God I trust. So, but are they the same God? See, you need to take this conversation so seriously. If anything inspires you, it's that your bills will be paid across the board, especially for the shitty versions of cars that they're coming up with, all of it. You say, no, I exempt myself. You grant yourself immunity. I am immune. I'm unity. That means that I made it to outer space. There's too many people that are just willing to agree, like, no, man, it's weird. I do run and run and run. It seems like I recognize that there's that life I got to live out there, but then I have to go over here. And then I try to get my peace of mind over here. And so you have to create a balance, you know. And, well, somebody was mentioning it, and if you haven't noticed, I have been mentioning for the past 500 videos or 1,000, something fishy about, let's look at, well, the gender thing, right? It's like, babes, there are men and women here, period. What's the problem? Oops, period. Did I have to say period? I guess that's the problem. Let's look further. This sentence is quite long, by the way, unless you add a period. You know what I mean? It's like, woo, please, just women. You know, there's women that have a period. I don't know. Let's see what's in the word sentence. I'll do that later. You've got to fucking help me out here. Start finding the birds and the words. O means forever life, man. Oxygen, forever life. Pi and or 8. All right, those are 2 O's right there. Just Luke and don't be Luke skywalking anymore, but in fact, all men are. We'll get to you later. We love you, but you should find out what your mom was thinking. Terrible, all right? Anyway. Most of them are not thinking it's terrible. They're drinking. Oh, God, have mercy. All right, okay, protect yourselves. O means, well, you know, you've heard of the O. Like, uh-oh, I-oh. Well, of course you do. But see, O has to do with weed. You see that? It means that you're a fruit tree. And see, imagine a fruit tree. Here's the beautiful orange tree. Why do they call it orange? God, how boring, right? I mean, come on, there's so many different citrus trees. You're just going to call it an orange tree. Anyway, and there's no word that rhymes with orange. It's terrible. So we have that. So I mean, the energy is there. What's the problem? You guys, I mean, are you really holding in your shit and you're turning into a big O? It's like, boom! A double O. Watch your anus. See, what I'm trying to say there is that you're going to have to give it up. That shit is actually very, very precious. If you can make methane out of it, can fuel an entire car for a year, probably, if you just save up your poop. Your poop is an O situation. It's a matter of flow, right? Flow. You ate something and then it had to come out. You have if it's non-physical, go for it. But see, with the flower, or flower, it's flower. It's not fucking flower. Somebody is fucking with the sound. So now you don't even know what a flower is. A flower. Okay, yeah. Ow. Ower. Ow. Ow. No, you ow. And that means that you're like full of fruit. Like you're good and ready, man. Anybody knows that? So you have an O. So you have a basket full of fruits, and now what? It's just that chick is so popular, right? She's throwing them off of her, and the little O's are coming off, and they're going inside of your hole. There you go. Eat it, chomp it down. Yay, I like it. Yay. Well, what the fuck was the problem over there? She was tuned into the universe, man. That tree is forever there. It's like, really? I'm not going to charge anything for this because, ew, that stuff, don't touch it. Not right now. Wait till you get this all down and say, and now I'm going to hook my money into this and create a fence. It's a bank. It's a banking system for a reason. Banking. You have a wall. If you can become a wall, you're fine. Okay, so look, and we'll talk about that later as part of your identification. But see, this is what you need to understand. This is what happens when you become enlightened. So you're going to know about this kind of non-physical. pH has to do with a balance of some sort, right? You've always heard that. I love the word physical. I look at it, it's like, God, look at there's the I there. Oh my God. Al. See, there's the atom. Oh. So anyway, that's what the non-physical operations of things is what we're looking at when we see the vowels. It's just your mind needs to think in terms of vibrational frequency, energy flows going. So the O is that forever oscillator that throws, and it's even taking energy. It's an O. Okay, it's a good thing to be a power. See, that's what you are when you're an O'er. Sorry about this. Here, can you see this? Can you still see it? Is it even recording still? Amazing. Oh, power. See, this is what I'm doing now is reducing the words. When you start looking at it, it's just us, But see, we understand that that's not a bad thing. The true power is the ones that have this connection, that can actually translate it in a simple fucking thing that says, no, the eye's open and we have energy and we're available. Available, right? Available is an atomic thing. In the moment now, it's just like get rid of the clock, it's like, hello, fuck, man. Let's use what's here. But anyway, so forever life, that's what you got going on. And then the U, the very basic, okay? A cup, right? Now this is the tool that you use. And pardon me while I go and get my cat. He's out there, sitting out there again. So there has to be enough misery that people start to feel the difference when they start fitting the keys. Here, it's the reason why they call it a keyboard kind of thing. It's so strange, but really you have a typewriter. That started very early. Is because there's a certain type, and see, there's two types. Of course, we can talk about the capital lettering. Oh my God, where's my pen? I want to get more pens. Pardon me while I look for it. It was in my pocket. Anyway, yeah, these are tools. That shows the flowing of things. A lot of times you'll find the OU. And indeed, babes, be creative, because we hear that a lot, right? And it starts to talk about it. It does. The benevolent beings, they kind of go, he, you. They talk about this. You can just see the news bulletins and in situations where in the flatline communications, if you start putting the vowels up, it starts to speak on a whole different level. It's so strange, and it will kind of reverse it. And you know the word reverse, we're not talking about something going backwards. Otherwise, I would have said backwards. We're talking about verses being done again, over again, because re means to do again, and then verse means to verse. See, but if you want to know what verse means, babes, it means to re-see. See, verse means see. Put the V down. Sorry, this is kind of messy, but and then capital E. The R says definitely reverse the bitch, like all you can. Sorry, and so now we have ES, and that creates the word seer or see. Okay, and because communications has to do with really ultimately it's not your ear, although your heart has a lot to do with it, but you have to have this established atmosphere and stuff that's going. It's like a plasmatic field, but we're talking about seeing. Like if you're that thing is, well, seeing is believing kind of a thing, and it's like, well, I don't like the word believing. Just can we say be withing? Yeah, be withing. That means that you're close enough within the proximities that you can just say, well, I am a reliable I. You know, I. That's really it, right? See, and the world is really strange right now. There's a lot of deception because that's what's supposed to happen. It's a time of evolution, and we, you have to know. You know, you probably know where you are with it already. I mean, I hate to talk about immunity, right? So let me get to the last vowel, which is a Y. They don't talk about the Y is a vowel, but indeed it's the most important vowel. It's right in the middle of your typewriter. For some reason, it's because it's reaching out like this and it's grabbing from all angles, basically. And it is, again, it's a stick figure. You have an I, and then at the top you have this, and that's basically you. I already talked about this. See, that's a happy face right there. You're like, yay, I'm here. See, especially with the O and the U, because now this is you accessing that forever oscillator outer space. It's just the outer space realm, and then you have a cup. See, basically you are a container of something, and this is the technological part of you. You are a sheep otherwise, EWE, or this is what's trippy. See, when you do a buck, say, well, there are ewes, and then there's rams, you know, but everybody knows there's bucks, right? There's bucks and deer, doe and deer, right? Doe. Anyway, you can help out with this because you know there are slang words where they call money dough. It's weird. Now, don't get confused, right? A lot of stuff is strange. But see, with the word buck, though, see, U is in there. So it's still saying that no, basically a U is there, okay? This is not a matter of gender. It's a matter that you are all a scientific tool here. But then we get into something that points at, indeed, it's kind of, it could be uncomfortable for people that are just stupid. I don't know, but it does start to point at, see, it starts to point at something like this. See, with the 3 being the magic number, see, the Y is a vowel. You got that right? It has all the sounds in it. Ooh, ooh, I, E, Y. Yeah, and it's really pulling. This is like a conductor. If you look at the kids can say it's, oh yeah, like in the old light bulbs, there used to be like a conducting, and there's like a positive and negative, like zing, and now the I is like wah, and you're definitely a tool that way. See, this is definitely like a funnel going in, it goes down into the I, yeah, from the heavens, you know, from the cosmos, from the outer stellar resonances, I guess you could call it, the strata, whether it's mental, but really you are in a very technological situation here. So this just basically, you don't have to know all this stuff, just, but you can. Though you should know that that's the standard that you find in the English language. Inside of prefixes and suffixes, you'll see these flows happening. They're trying to, it's hard to describe, but they're reminding you about how that things should be processed, like of negotiating resources or anything. See, like resources or sourcing. Source, just what they're going to remind you is that it's yours. Basically, it's the ours, right? It's just, babes, it's ours and it's energy. If you just don't forget that. See, what it's saying is like by law, universally, the one common C, the fucking thing that communicates for everybody if they just use their eyeballs, so see. Oh, gosh, I hope you understand what I'm saying. It's very real. Especially the part where I need a fucking pen because they only last just hardly 9 uses, and of course they're making money doing that. And it's like, ugh, I've always figured out a way because I live in the mountain to say, no, we can do it a different way. We don't even need money. In fact, that whole thing, the whole idea, throw it out. That wasn't even mine. I like the idea of not doing things. Try that. It's fucking amazing. Really, I mean, really. If it just meant to just be quiet every once in a while, like everybody was bragging when the fucking C-19 thing happened. C-19? Yeah, that the waterways got all clear and everything. It's just, I don't know, but a lot of people just went. It kind of went like the big B, right? And then it blew up, where people were just like, yeah, I can only hold it back so long, and then they went. Pfft, the bathrooms are closed, and there's big old explosions happening across the board of the tourist town called Planet Earth. Benevolence did that. They're like, excuse me, but something is wrong here, and everybody needs to separate out and do this now. And they wanted us to do this. I mean, see, now, you who are in isolation that questions everything, and you feel like, there's no friends, this is our thing. This is our thing. If enough of us can understand and rise up above and say, no, I understand. It's like, no, it's like 3 things we're supposed to be doing here. Can we get just clean? First of all, can we have a decent piece of land to sit on and go like the sheep would like to do? Just like, are we here yet? Yes, are we here? Yes, we're here. Like no camera, maybe a camera. I don't know. Be ready for some amazing stuff to go on with no clothes. But people, then can we traipse over to a waterway that's clean? Can we get the water and say, can we clean the water right? 3 things. A safe place to live, water coming through it, and can you grow your food? Really, I mean, and it shouldn't be that difficult, but how hard has it gotten? And who's interested in it? I'm not saying that we all need to go back to the Stone Age. No, there's equipment that can just simply do it for us and not stick poisons in it. And can we occupy some of the land over there for fucking very little? Why? It's so unbelievable. See, what they're doing is they're torturing the population. They have a right to intergalactically because they're being stupid. And like, well, let's keep charging them more because they don't seem to get together very well. And see, it would only take only a few. Now, what better of an opportunity would it be of just a bunch of a few very lonely fucking people, right? Like the Sergeant Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band. I wish you would join the show. If you want to know what this whole show is about, is that universe right there? Barely can tell that I'm doing it right. You know how to spell universe, right? It's right here. S-E. Can you see it? Hopefully. Show. Yeah, it's a show. It's a massive, big arena of light. And if you do it right, then you use that I, right? And so the show, that's just how. That's just how we're going to get it done. Okay? And see, it's kind of like that they've kind of just, see, they were pulling up out of a happy time, I guess, in the beginning when they gave us television sets. If you didn't notice, I mean, it was silent shows and people were just dancing with the fucking top hats on that looked like Mr. They all look like Uncle Sam's to me, and mainly the black race was picked up. The black ET was picked on because why? Well, they were coming out of slavery, and the money was in the entertainment, and they had all this energy that can just absolutely tap dance across the goddamn screen. And see, but that was all very contrived and as a manufactured like crazy. And by the way, we're all enslaved. The one that's mainly enslaved, like first. Make sure is the white ET because they're the ones that says, okay, and now transmissions we are up in outer space, we are of the air waves. We're the ones who are trying to give you this fucking language saying, by the way, you guys are receding through the plasmatic field, right? Okay, let's do it synthetically. We'll have a radio, and it's all being hijacked by military, which is not humane based. And they hijack a non-human side, which is you're narcissists. Just the best thing for the church to have us do is to not take birth control, stop the pregnancy blocking movement, which women were doing naturally, but they killed all those women, and then they told the ones that were left, well, just don't have sex. You can't. I don't care what woman it is. You don't tell them that. That's their fucking arena. They're like, excuse me. That's what I'm supposed to do. That's my fucking shit right there. You don't tell me to not have sex. Tell those whatever. See, but when they kill all the leaders who are teaching the women how to do the safe birth prevention methods through herbal. See, I have to get those words right because when they talk about safe sex, that's a different thing. That's why you're taking the pregnancy prevention, is to make the place of sex safe in case a humane civilization was to come up out of her. And we just haven't seen it yet, folks. Getting down to the wire, have to figure out what the fuck does an organism mean. Are we an organism? Let's check. I hope you're getting your words right here because this is what you'll be teaching the children for fun. Pardon the noise. Organism. We have an organism here. Notice the beautiful O. That seems to be access to outer space. This right here says, reverse that curse. Organ. Don't you love this part? Come on, kids. Right now you're giggling and you're going behind the... Where are you going? A bunch of sheep just left. They're like, I can give myself an organism. True. But let's just talk about the organism. Organ. Fucking pen. La 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 la. Doot 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 doot. Do you have enough? Or just a small bit? Well, I will not give. It's so fucking K. Well, what are you doing right now? I'm taking my time and getting some ink. Well, you better hurry up. No, I've got all day. Or, again, I don't like it because it's becoming sunrise. And my advice to all of you that understand what I'm saying, go to sleep. Notice how beautiful it is at 3 in the morning. That's when you're really clear about things. Start meditating, look at my videos, make a video, do your creative life. Mainly is to understand what I'm trying to say here. There isn't anything more important to get your language down right, the ET, and then you take it to court. Somehow we're going to be able to take it to court and say, I claim immunity, I'm unity, and that money's mine. And if you can say this too, Judge, we're setting everybody free from here. By the way, you work for a criminal justice system. Man, do you like that shit? See, the thing is that the people that actually like it, it's not going to be good because there's going to be an AI weapon in place that will do the right thing. Right. They will get cut off of their monies and shit. Babe, it's not going to look good. People will have to surrender. There's where it's like, surrender to Christ. Am I going to get this right? Orgasm. But finally. Yay! Have fun, kids. That's what you came here to do. You're not doing it right unless you're doing that. And take that to the courtroom and say, whoa, you fucking people. What is this? Ah! It's not illegal to just smile and say, I can save you, but maybe you're not salvageable. Girl, you're in trouble now. Babe, I'm the one who fucking created that shit. I ain't gonna fucking let that shit go right now, woman, man.